Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today we're in an old folks home in Nanning, China. We're thinking of down the road for Wei Feng's father. He's sort of losing his marbles, and he's getting to be to that stage where he needs sort of like daycare. And they have old folks homes here in China. I didn't know that. Wei Feng researched it. For an old boy like Wei Feng's dad, he's 82 years old, he's slowing down, he lost a couple of marbles, and sometimes he gets lost. That's the way it goes. I guess we're all going to get old sooner or later, and things are going to get tough. But for 3,630 RMB, 2 people to a room, they feed you 780 RMB a month for food, which is Canadian, I don't know, 150 bucks? Not bad, eh? So after it's all said and done, Canadian 3630, it'd be like $700 a month? 700, just over $700 a month for care for an old person. They've got a big compound here. This is a semi-rural area. It's sort of on the outskirts, the far west side, and we're going to be walking around and just seeing some of the old people. You know, some of them are in wheelchairs, some of them are walkers. As you'll see. Hello, how are you? Well, he can say hello, but that's about it. I've got to catch up to the girls here. I'll be right back. And the amount of money that you pay depends on how much care the old person needs. It varies. The lowest is 2,100 RMB, and the most is 8,550 RMB per month. And the 8,550 would probably be a single room, and you know, more care. Somebody probably bedridden and needs somebody to take them to the bathroom, or a potty in the bed, spoon-fed, things like that. So you know, you've got numerous levels here, and I would imagine the ones that need the most care are on the bottom level, so they don't have to go upstairs. And then you've got the people on the top level that can walk and do things. And so we're going to go into a room here and see what the rooms look like. Ni hao. So you've got your bathroom with a Western style WC. Wow. And then you got a couple of beds. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Here's sort of an old boy that's looking for a roommate, which is sort of nice. Actually, you know, for the way that China is, this isn't bad. You know.
You can change to the wood bed too.
Change to the wood bed? Cool. You know, I didn't think they'd let us tape in here or video in here, but the stigma of the old folks' homes in China are another thing that's a thing of the past, where you think it's like a prison for old people. No, some of them lose their faculty. They need daycare. They need night care. They need somebody to cook their meals and whatever. And it's oh, here's a room that they've got 3 people. Okay, and this is more of a palliative care type room, where they've got people here to take care of them, which is good. You know, it's like an old folks home in Canada, only not as nice. It would be like a hospital for the old people. So they have nurses here, and do they have doctors too? Yeah, so they have nurses and doctors here. So it's sort of like a hospital for the old people. It's no different. Oh, they've got elevators. Cool. So the thing I said about the rough people on the bottom floor probably is a little bit of bullshit from Gweilo 60. So, but you got a community of old people here, and they all seem to be happy. So here we're now on the 3rd floor, and You can see, yeah, you can see by over here that we're in a semi-rural area, like just about farmland, village. Yeah. So here we're going to another room. Oh, they got a balcony. Okay. And that's a lot. That's a lot of what Wei Fang's dad does right there. Is sleep a lot during the day, which is okay. And they got a balcony out here. Got to be quiet so he doesn't wake up. Pretty nice. And you see all of the old people just sort of hanging around, you know, hanging out with their wheelchairs, and we're gonna take the stairs now. We gotta keep up with the girls, you know, they're pretty fast. And I thought, and I really did think that it was like a prison for the old people here. It's no different than a regular apartment complex with helping nurses and doctors and administrators, just like in the West, only different because things in China are different. Pretty neat. Hello, nurse.
Nurse and doctor.
Oh, the nurses and doctors? Okay. So they got the nurses and doctors area. And medications and stuff are given to them just like any other seniors care home. Cool, eh? So China is getting on the bandwagon with taking care of the old people. This particular seniors home has 500 beds. So that's, you know, so they're dealing with they're not full right now. So there's no waiting list. So, you know, there's probably 450 seniors in the place at this particular moment. And times that by probably an average of about 5,000 RMB per. Oh, they're making money here, I'm telling you. This is the next big business in China as far as I can see it, because you've got a growing population of senior citizens. You've got the one-child policy where you've got 2 kids caring for 4 adults if they're all still alive, and when they hit their older ages, it's difficult for them, and it's very expensive, not only to put them in an old folks home like this, but they need, how do you care for them at home when mom and dad have to go to work to take care, and then they've got 4 grandparents that they've got to take care of, plus if they got children they've got to take care of. Holy smokes. So places like this are more in need now and in the future than they ever have been in China with the aging population. It's one of those things. Wei Fang's giving me shit about my hair again because I ride on the e-bike and it sticks straight up. And that's, you see a lot of my videos of my hair sticking straight up. Well, hello there. See, and then there's pretty girls. Look at that. Oh yes. China has so many pretty girls, and but that's not what we're here to see now, you guys. But I thought I'd show you anyway because it's in my nature, and everybody knows it is in my nature. As I walk out here, you're gonna see all of the old people sort of just sitting around. And check out the. Hello. Hello. See, and those ones aren't very sick, or those ones are in pretty good shape as compared to a lot of them in here. As we noticed in that triple bed place, palliative care, where, you know, they're bedridden, they're basically waiting to die, and everybody gets to that point sooner or later, unless you drop dead of a heart attack or something like that. But you know, they've got a nice sort of courtyard here. Look at this, where the old boys and girls sort of go out there and sit. They have a games room here. They're closed up right now, and they have a library here too. So but it's that time of the day. Oh, here we go. Cool. A mahjong table, of course. So the old boys can gamble away their pension checks at the mahjong room. Cool, eh? So they've got little amenities like that. It's not the big games room or that they have in the West, but it's better than nothing.
This one is like a solo room and finger, doing quill.
So this is the craft room. Oh yeah, okay. So they've got little craft rooms here too, and so the old people make crafts. Check this out. So they've got things for the old people to do, which is good, because it's good to keep their minds as active as they possibly can. And every room's got a Western-style toilet. I don't even have a Western-style toilet. Let's go check out the cafeteria. And I know it's dark in here. I'm so sorry about that. But they have a cafeteria here, and the old people that can get around and whatever, they can come here and eat in the cafeteria. And if they're older and sick and can't get around, wheelchair, walker, it's too far to go, then they take the food to them in their rooms, and they've got a little table there to eat, as you saw that old guy, the first one that we went by. So it's and you see that they've got the steamer things like they do in hospitals in the West, so the food doesn't get cold when you take it there. And for entertainment purposes, they've got a little stage, so they get people in here to sing songs and put on shows for the old people. And in the middle of the whole complex is sort of like the park area, and this is it's sort of like a miniature Chinese park. It's got the exercise equipment, not the really heavy exercise equipment, because the people here are seniors, like real old seniors, but they've got things to sort of keep them limber and whatever, because it's the middle of winter. It's the day before Christmas, December 24th. So in the summertime, this would have running water in it. In the wintertime, they don't do that. Oh, but they got fish in here. Oh yeah, see, fish is good luck. And you've got old people sort of hanging out all over the place, and lots of trees. Guangxi province is always a green. Nanning is a green city. Guangxi province is a really green province. It's beautiful here. Yeah, I'm sort of impressed with this, because you hear all of the horror stories, and we've heard all of the horror stories about old folks' homes in China, and that's just a place where they keep them as sort of prisoners and stuff. And it doesn't seem to be like that. It seems more like a care home to me, and I'm sort of impressed with it, and I'm impressed with the price, and the idea that I brought a camera along to see if they would let me videotape, and I didn't think they would, because of the horror stories that I've heard about old folks' homes. But you got it. Hello. There's my buddy. Hello. I make friends wherever I go. But the administrator at the front said, yeah, come and take video. It's I guess they have nothing to hide, eh? So all of those rumors may be the old folks' homes of yesterday, but they're not the old folks' homes of today. China is growing. China's getting better. Life is getting better for all of the Chinese people, even the old people that have to go to homes, because the families can't take care of them. It overwhelms them, and but one thing I did notice is they've got a guard at the front gate, and you don't get in or out unless you're supposed to be here, because the guard will stop you. Everything's locked up. So maybe they are sort of prisoners, but I guess it's for their own good. When you get an old guy or an old lady that she can walk or he can walk, and they don't know really where they are, you've got to make sure that they don't walk off and get lost, and then what do you do type thing. And especially in a place like China, because how do you find somebody? A city of 7 million people. Anyway, there's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check your subscribe button and hit that bell. Make a comment. Tell me what you think of this video. One last thing. don't forget the Children's Helping Hands Fund. It's we're about 45% to our goal, so put a couple bucks on the Patreon account. Thanks for watching. Bye now. See, and this is where the security guard is, and the locked gates and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. I'm glad to see that they take security seriously here, because you never know. These old guys can get out and get into trouble. Be a party. Wonder if they have parties here. Wonder if they allow them to drink brandy here. Okay, and this is the outside area of it. This place is called the Nanning Golden Sun Apartment for the Elderly. And as you can see, they have a gate over the front and the security guard there. But if you look around, this is a semi-rural area. You've got banana trees. You've got, you know, the sort of like the farmer houses, little gardens, and look at the banana trees. Look at the bananas in those banana trees. Wow, those are, you get a lot of bananas out of there. Anyway, you know, but it's not just rural, because if you look behind here, they've got heavy-duty high-rises, and they've got heavy-duty high-rises everywhere going up in Nanning City. So it's although it is semi-rural, it still has hints of the city coming out this way too. When talking to the administrator, they have room for 500 beds, as I said before, but they only have 200 people in there at this particular time. And I think a lot of that has to do with culture. You know, the people of China take care of their seniors until they just can't take care of them anymore. But some take care of them right to the point where if they're bedridden, they have somebody, one of the family members is there to wipe their ass and to spoon feed them, and all of that stuff. It's one of those things. So it's in the rich area. I will guarantee you, in the richer areas of Nanning, or probably China, they would be full, and they would be a higher quality than this one, and you know, so it would be easier to talk grandpa and grandma into heading into that one rather than this one here. It looked like there might be, you know, they're sitting around, I suppose. If they're sitting around at home, or they're sitting around here, they're still sitting around, and that's what old people do: eat, sleep, and sit around. I know that's what Wei Fang's dad does. You know, he'll get up at 10 o'clock in the morning, he'll have something to eat, and by 12 o'clock he's sleeping again. He sleeps most of the afternoon, and then he gets up and he eats, spends a couple hours watching TV in the evening, and then he goes back to sleep till morning, and it just rolls around. So they're really not missing anything by being in a place like this. I didn't see any television sets. That's one of the things that was there a television set on the wall? Okay, I guess they do have television. They probably have cable. I wonder if they have internet. Nah, the old people don't need internet. What are they gonna do? Anyway, so there, you know what I mean? It's they have these things in China, and they're not as bad as the rumors that I've heard. Yes.